this pretty quick. Another demo, and if the quality of the video is as bad, you won't see much, but another video just to show the power of load balancing within NSX natively. Let's say you have only one or limited number of public IP addresses, and you have a bunch of applications behind. So you want to use the same IP address for different applications. So the load balancer will need to look at the host in this example, app.xyz.com, to decide if it's load balanced by pool 1 or pool 2 or pool 3. So app 2, I go to the pool 2, app 1 to the pool 1, and app 3 to the pool 3. But all those 3 VIPs are behind the same public IP address. Okay? So, I mean, straightforward. Okay, again, you go inside NSX, you go inside your edge, which is your load balancer. You go under the load balancer tab, and you create multiple application profiles. You create one application profile, sorry. This one is just HTTP. I could have done HTTPS, but I just do HTTP with nothing. So no SSL, no certificate. I don't inject any header like X forwarded for. Default HTTP application template. I create my different health check, and you can do some cool stuff like I do a health check for get/, but my health check is injecting in the health check the host header app1.xyz.com. So the servers will see that in my health check, the header app1.xyz.com, and app2, app3 for the others. And I create my 3 pools, and my pool number 1 is with the server 11 and 12. My pool number 2 is with the servers 13 and 14, and 3 with the servers, make a guess, 15 and 16. And each one is having its own health check. So the servers in the pool 1 receive a get/ for the host app1.xyz.com. Before creating my VIP for this one, I have to use a script, an application rule, which is using a scripting language. That's the one from HA proxy. So if you know HA proxy, there is no learning curve. And so you can barely see. I'm really sorry for that. It's the HA proxy language, I mean, is very simple. So here what I'm doing, I'm creating an ACL that is checking the host in the request. If the host header in the request contains app1.xyz.com. And if it's matching this, then the ACL is true. And I do the same for ACL2, ACL3 with app1, app2. And then there is an HA proxy command, which is use backend. So if the ACL for app1 is matching, I use the backend pool 1. And if the ACL for app2 is matching, I use the ACL pool 2, and so on and so forth. And that's pretty much what I do here to do my smart redirection. And then this application rule is applied to my VIP. So when I create my VIP, I create the same thing. I mean, an IP address, HTTP, AT, with a default pool of application 1. However, I add this application rule, which may make a change of the pool, the default pool used. Okay, and then the test. I mean, that will be the same great funky application that displays the IP address of the server, and you cannot see anyway, so you'll just trust me. When you go to app1.xyz.com, it's load balanced between 11 and 12. And when you go to the same IP address, I mean, that the same IP address, those VIPs are going to the same IP address. But when I go to app2, I go to 13 and 14, and app3, I go to. You've been doing that for years on your load balancer you love. It's just to say